Good morning, everyone. It's about 7:30 a.m. and our big barn sale starts at 8. This is Jeanette with JB's Exploring More. I hope we can sell a lot of stuff today. We're decluttering my mom's house. It's been a long journey that started in October, and we really have enough stuff for about, I don't know, 10 garage sales, but we're starting out where we can, and hopefully we get a lot of people coming through today and a lot of stuff leaves. Look at all of this stuff in here. Wow. Tons and tons. Set up a little jewelry table. We've got our craft table going on here. Brought out some yarn, whatever it is, thread, and ribbon. Added lots of new things. We've got a bunch of Christmas earrings. My mom went crazy and bought all this stuff on clearance after the holidays. So we have a bunch of that. Some cowboy boots. More jewelry. I'm going to add some more DVDs today. Those have been good sellers for us. We've added more dolls and toys. I put my sugar skull wreath in the sale. We've added some more baskets. I've got this brand new Breyer horse collection up here for sale. And we even cleared out the stall, the side stall, so we would have more room for more stuff. And oh, this is adorable. Look at this little Halloween thing. I love that. It's so cute. Love it, but don't need it. I love this too. That is adorable. These I might be snagging to take to my kitchen. They're actually candles. Little figurines. Yeah, so I can just go shopping at Mom's house when I need something. And if you all remember the stall that was packed full of stuff, well, now it's pretty cleared out. And we set up kind of a vintage dishes area. We've got an Elvis plate, these beautiful vintage dishes. I think these were my grandma's actually. Got some vintage Dixie cups. I remember these from my childhood. Anyone remember these? These are great. They have like little jokes on them. What does a mechanical frog say? Robot, robot. Ah ha 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 ha. Cute. This one says, what kind of dog has no tail? A hot dog. Vintage dishes here. This reminds me of camping in the 70s. These plastic dishes, they were actually in our motorhome that we had hauled away. That's in one of my earlier videos. Beautiful soap dish, candy dishes, a little wash tub decoration, lots of coffee mugs, blankets, creepy bunnies. So yeah, I think I'm gonna wake Mom up and get some help from her. We already got our signs out last night, so we don't have to worry about that this morning.
Well, you bring a different world, man. Bring a phone out here that you have to dial the number and they don't know how to use them. You know what, ma'am? They don't even know how to have conversations and say good morning, how you ladies doing. Home training is at an all-time low. Yeah. And I thank God with the period of time that I was raised, as I said, if you ever have to do public speaking, like when I grew up in the church, every Easter and Christmas we'd have plays. Mm-hmm. and you have to memorize it. You didn't read it off notes. You had to memorize it. My mom had it.
Yeah.
They say, you can talk to people with no problem. I said, I do public speaking at a young age, but you have to do that.
Mm.
But they're in the restaurants
I know it.
texting. I said, the devil was winning.
Yeah.
And it's really heartbreaking.
Well, it's funny, you have two people sitting across from each other and they're talking to each other through the phone.
I'm retired from the prison in Galesburg, and a good friend of mine, he said his wife, she texted her son, he was upstairs, would you come downstairs and take the trash out? And I looked at him, don't tell too many people that story. I said, she really texting? He said, yeah, she texted. I said, wow. It's a different world. And
I know.
good morning, folks. How you
You didn't see the Bibles after that?
already got one of them.
Oh?
I'll be at church tomorrow too, and not because it's Mother's Day.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
already got one, but thank
We
you.
had a guy last week come in and stuff and he
Come
bought
on
one of
in.
the Bibles and he said
We
he
couldn't
slept
see
and
those
he said
names,
he had
so
the
we had to-
little smallest Bible.
We couldn't see
And he
Andrew
said,
because
and I
Yeah.
have the
the
prettiest
bonds.
one.
Glad you
I'll
did.
be darned. Hey, good luck on the sale. You
Well,
ladies
thank you.
have a good day.
Have a great day.
My cousin was.
Thank you so much.
Really?
Yeah, she found a plate with Elvis on it.
We have
I think I've got records with Elvis.
he's got a
Already.
ton of records.
Watch your step there.
That's why I'm having him come.
Yeah. I worry about people falling there.
Yeah, we're gonna put this on the table, right?
Sure, no problem.
So it doesn't break.
I fell at home and had to call for a assist lift. I got cops and I had the EMTs.
The funny,
Oh
the
my
bad thing
goodness.
was, she had to go to the hospital that day,
Yeah.
and
Okay.
she passed out on the young EMT and slid down.
My face was right at his,
You know,
Oh.
and
he was in back of the ambulance with me.
she's like, we got to know each other a little bit too personally, didn't we?
My sister's been falling. She's fell twice in 2 weeks.
Oh, wow.
She went to step up on the sidewalk and missed a step, caught her toe, down on her face she went.
Oh.
And then
okay.
and then she went to the riverboat and
Mhm.
come outside and tripped on the sidewalk and fell down again.
Is that a game?
Yeah, it's Mancala.
Oh, I just thought it was a rock collection.
Nope, it's Mancala.
I've never heard of
You-
that game.
You put one rock in each thing
Uh-huh.
going around. The last
Okay.
person who gets all the rocks in wins.
Oh.
So you start here.
Uh-huh.
You go all the way around with your rocks, and you get back here, and you have no more rocks, and you put the last rock in here, you win.
Oh.
So you just take a handful of rocks and
Mhm.
you're
Yeah.
kind of
Yeah, whoever has all their rocks in here at the end wins.
I
That's
see.
Mancala.
Well, we used to also take some really old records. They were like 78s, and my brother and I would go outside in the front yard and use them as frisbees.
Oh, I know.
Children. He was a holy terror when he was younger and stuff, and I said, you know what? I said, when you get married, I said, I hope you have kids just like you, and I hope they're twins.
Double the trouble, right?
Yeah. He said, oh, Mom, don't curse me.
You don't have no sports cards, do you?
No,
Sports cars.
like baseball cards.
Well, we had, that one lady brought all those patriotic cards the other day.
Did you?
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
Remember all those ones?
I
It
wasn't
was,
at the table when that still happened.
It was down,
Yeah.
it was down on a table.
Operation Iraqi Freedom or something like
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
Yeah.
She bought, I think, all of them, all those cards.
Yeah. Well,
Good.
that's cool.
I thought it was kind of neat, you know, it's part of history, all those cards.
It is. It's historical. 100 years from now, people will be like, wow, look at these cards.
Yeah, yeah. 100 years from now, they might be worth a dime. That's what gets you, you know, some of the stuff that I collected, I'm thinking, oh my God, well, Barbies, supposedly, when you buy a Barbie doll, it's never supposed to drop in price.
Yeah, and they
And
did.
some of them go up in price. Well,
I know.
yeah.
Those Bob Mackies that you bought for hundreds of dollars, those I've seen those on eBay for $25.
Wow.
Yeah.
There's no way I would have Bob Mackie go for $25. The
It's
cheapest
just-
Bob Mackie is $150. for Bob
Any
Mackie.
item is only worth what a person's willing to pay for it.
I know it. Beanies were the same way. You buy all those beanies and at one time, boy, they were doing good. Some of them selling for $200 some a piece. You buy them for $5, sell them for $200.
Yeah.
Susie was the only one I know that had beanies and actually sold them
At the right time.
at the right time.
Got-
She had those
got top
Tabasco,
dollars.
Tabasco the bowl,
Yeah.
when those bowls were, you know, Michael Jordan and stuff was
Mhm.
famous.
Yeah.
She sold them for $250
Wow.
a piece,
That's incredible.
and she had 4 of them. So
Oh my goodness.
yeah, she paid $1,000 on them. Bought 'em for $5
She was
each.
smart.
Yeah, and she's got briar
It's
horses.
kind of like trading stock. You
Yeah.
gotta know when to buy and when to sell.
He was thinking.
Hank Williams. I love Hank Williams.
I did too. You were cheating hard. We'll tell on you.
You know the next line?
No.
That's about the way I do with songs. I only know a few
You'll
lines.
cry and cry and say we're through, but sleep won't come till sleep won't come till something. Sleep won't come. You're cheating hard and tell on you. We're seeing what kind of music you like.
I'd like a little bit of everything. I probably have about 600 albums.
Wow.
I think I had 10 of them, didn't I?
Yeah.
Stevie Wonder, that's a good one.
Yeah.
Look, you're singing your theme heart.
Yeah. I put them all together like I got a couple boxes of just black artists, and then I got rock and kind of separate all.
categorize them.
Mhm. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Have a good day. Hello.
These are 50 cents piece,
Yep.
right?
Mm-hmm.
No.
I'm gonna look on the other side. Okay.
Yeah.
Watch your step there. Can I set these here?
Yeah.
That gold and white bowl is beautiful.
Yeah, it's good. $3. $3.
Hey, just the,
No, show them to me.
Asleep in the cold rain. Asleep and calm to the glory. Put that little baby one.
your cheating heart will fail on you.
You can cry and say we're through.
Good morning.
Asleep
Hey, just $1 for the cookbooks. Thank you. Thank you so much.
I just can't believe people. You can't find one thing you need.
I almost feel guilty if I go to a garage sale and I don't buy anything. I mean, I don't always buy something, but I feel kind of bad. Like, I did all this hard work. I could at least buy something for a quarter.
That's why I always pick up at least one thing. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
At least one thing. This is a robin. Isn't that pretty? I have another fat bird. Where'd the other fat bird go?
I don't know.
In the house already. I think the robin's beautiful. I should sit that on my porch.
No.
Isn't
No.
that pretty, though? Look how big and beautiful
Sell
that
it.
is.
Sell it.
It's pretty. I love them. These were $1, so you're at the 3.
Yep.
So you think this is beautiful? I just think that is
Oh,
so
sweet.
pretty. She told me, she says, Mom, she says, I'm afraid once you get out there and start seeing this stuff, and then you're gonna start pulling it back in the house. I'm like, God, I set this one back on the floor. What do you got, 100?
100 to 50 or 1?
Okay,
Can you do the 50?
I got change for 100, or I got change for 50.
Okay.
Let's see, yeah, okay. So you're up to $3.
Yeah.
740.
I should have looked at that, I'm sorry.
7 more cents for 7 more dollars.
Smells good in here.
Oh,
Smells like hay.
Oh,
Oh,
7, there you go.
awesome, thank you. Sorry about that.
Oh, no problem at all. Thank you.
I should have checked it before I did. Nope, can't carry cash, hardly ever.
Oh, I
I
almost
don't
always
either.
do now.
Do you?
Oh, yeah. The places anymore, so if we use our cards,
They charge you more?
Yeah, they charge 2 to 4% more. I'm thinking, no, I'm not gonna do that. I'll just get cash and pay cash.
Yeah, I actually had that in my living room in the 90s.
Yeah, these are really, I remember this when I was a kid. These are cute.
And I had my whole bedroom in a sun moon theme.
Yeah, I love that. I love it. Alright, this is also good. That's okay.
It's a
It's
magic
my birthday on
word.
Monday, so I figure I can treat myself.
Sure, all right.
And Mother's Day. And big garage sale. These are cute. Should I get this for Cole?
Yes.
Just some sensory, like, I don't know.
That's good.
This doesn't have a price on it.
No, it must have fallen off. I think
50
I had,
cents.
yeah.
Okay, I'll add it to the pile.
You said you just moved in a place, does he have pots and pans?
Oh, no, he's in DC, so
Oh.
I send him anything.
Oh, okay.
You go a buck on these?
Yes, we will.
Usually, but
Mhm.
I kind of quit picking them up.
Yeah, that's fine.
He's having the fact that I'm getting them because they're well doing. Sometimes they're,
So they're brand new.
sometimes they're microfiber and they
Yeah,
don't.
and they don't dry
Is
as
there-
well.
I thought you had stuff on this side.
I thought microfiber would dry better than the other stuff.
They're really good for cleaning, for dusting, microfiber is, but I don't know if the tea towels are the best for drying, I think.
Are they?
Yeah,
I thought the
You
microfiber.
are right, that's what I use,
the
is
tea towel, yeah.
Even I have old embroidered ones that I think people
Yeah.
collect them, but I dry dishes.
My friend loves those. She has those in her kitchen.
Then I know their bartender was, Hobbs. Did you know a
I
Hobbs?
remember him.
And I remember my parents saying he got cancer, was really sick, and so they did a benefit for him because he was their main bartender, and said that they raised a ton of money for the Hobbs man.
Yeah.
Husband's grandpa.
We
who
grew
just
up
passed away
there.
A year ago.
Like, she was a Kessler.
Your husband's grandpa,
Who used to be at the bar all the time in Sunnyland?
Hobbs?
Gene Hobbs.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my gosh, what a small world.
It's your husband's grandpa. So who's your husband's,
Adam Armstrong.
or, so it'd be
mom
his
is-
mother was
yeah,
a Hobbs?
His mom.
My grandmother knew Loretta and stuff like that, and they were
Ah.
friends. Well, he had a great big old draft horse in his backyard.
Yeah.
Ted, I think his name was Ted. So we want to ride the horse,
Yeah, I can
and he
put
says,
that.
oh, come on over anytime. Well, we took him
I'm
serious.
actually ready to
Next
check
day,
out.
we went over
Okay,
there, we wrote,
I had
we
this
told
file
her,
ready.
ride the horse, and Loretta said, oh, come on, Dad, he's out here, well, here, ride him.
Nothing tickle
We
your
went out there
fancy?
and stuff, and we treated him. And we ride him, just basically sit on him. And
So
he
who
goes
is your
over
grandma? I
there.
gotta tell Michelle.
We saw.
Oh my gosh, I've heard my parents say that name.
Oh, I worked with Loretta. She worked
Do you need a
for
sack or
my mom
anything?
worked with Loretta.
I think I got
Well, that's
Okay.
okay.
Okay, so what's your name?
Appreciate you stopping by. Tell all your friends, send them over. Here, I'll get the
My
picture
mom
for you
is
too.
also-
Thank you.
We bought
Hi.
her 5 years old.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, yeah.
She misses her horses.
Oh, I bet.
Just like any other pet, you never.
Oh, yeah. Well, I had my horse for 26 years.
Wow.
I loved him.
Yeah, tough one. Tough one.
Hi there, you made it.
Yes, we did.
Hi.
Good to see you.
How you
Hey,
feeling?
Connie.
There.
$2. I love this thing. I've seen these before and stuff. What people do is I put needle thread in here for the whole sewing thing.
Oh,
Yeah.
And I had one for teas,
Thank
with
you.
different kinds of teas.
Your mom, I'll put it in there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's really, so you made that,
Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah, I've got a friend.
How much is that
So,
blue
said I did with
$13.
Yeah, yeah. Thank you.
Thanks a lot. Hope your friend likes the gift. This is what we like to see, a barn full of people. Woohoo!
Does this still work?
It's brand new. So, I mean, it's vintage.
I got it from Vegas.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it takes batteries, but yeah, I'm sure it works because I did test it. Yeah, I did test it a while ago because I was going to put it on Facebook Marketplace.
Guys got it all set up.
It was a lot of work.
Those and those. You can't pass up size.
You know, these are for
Brand new.
kids. These are kids, right, Mom? Kids
Uh-huh.
socks. They
Yeah,
probably
I think
would
they
fit you.
will. I always have a problem with them being too big.
Yeah, I think those are perfect for your foot.
Oh, yeah. And if
They're
not-
brand new. I bought them. I'll make some monkeys out of them.
Oh,
My girlfriend was going to do a monkey tree, and I said, "Oh, I'll buy a bunch and make a bunch of monkeys and surprise them." But I never did make
never
them.
did it?
Isn't that cute?
I know.
I just
Our
love
boys
that.
are obsessed with Mario. So
$2.50,
we're like, "We're gonna get it
please."
for them.
Some guy I had 3 of them that had little Mario's in it. Some guy
Oh,
out there.
really?
I
He
thought
bought
they were
them all.
just
Oh.
adorable. It's pretty detailed for as small as the
Oh,
it
yeah.
Thank you.
There you go. You're welcome. Thank you.
I love to see this too. We've got a full parking lot of cars out there coming to the sale. Woohoo! I know it. Such a gorgeous day today too.
Please break your camera.
We just set this jewelry table up this morning.
looks nice, Jeanette.
Thanks.
Great job.
These are cute.
I put that on the back of that, didn't I? Or did that?
You did.
I did. Yeah, I did.
So everyone knows how crafty my mom is, and I'm wearing a jean jacket that I bought, and then I cut out an owl from a t-shirt, and she put it on my jacket, so we're going to show you that. This is the front of the jacket. This is the back with the owl.
Lift the hood up a little bit.
Oh.
There you go. Yeah, it was cute.
I love taking old t-shirts with a cool graphic on the front and putting them on jean jackets. However, I don't know how to sew, but my mom does. Oh my goodness, I'm so excited. Look how full the barn is. I'll stand up so you can see. We're having a spurt. Woohoo!
I didn't realize that the plates went with it.
Such a cool set.
It
I
is.
love
My
that.
grandma had so much of these. She didn't have those exact plates, but she had the cups and all that. So
Neat vintage stuff.
Yeah, sure.
But I got your bag, Joyce, whenever
thank
you need
you.
it.
Oh, thank you.
Enjoy those.
I definitely will. Thank
Okay,
you.
have a good day.
You too.
I keep debating about that birthday cup. I do. I think it's kind of cool. I think it look cool with coffee in it, you know. You
Yeah.
can see through it. You see the coffee. I decided it's kind of cool. I got a birthday. I kept one of the birthday
I
cups,
should have
so-
started counting all the stuff that you took back in the house and did a tally. Mom's up to
Well, you know what?
150 items.
I take stuff back in there and stuff, and sometimes I clean it back up and bring it back out.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just a little unique, a little bit different.
I like ones that are solid colors. I don't like see-through glass coffee cups for some reason. I don't know. It's just I think it's like a weird conscious thing of like, oh, it's going to burn my hands because the glass is clear. Hi.
Hello.
Thanks a lot.
Thank you. Have a good
Are
day.
these all Blu-ray?
Yeah.
Okay. 2, 4, 6, 8, $9, Mom.
That's not how we tie. How we got here to tie, right?
20, so well, you can mark that. It's 11.
Oh, thank you very much.
Hi.
12. Oh, that's 50 cents.
50 cents.
11.50.
That's a bargain for that. a big
Yeah,
book like
I'm
that.
just gonna set it on a shelf to go with some other decorations, but.
Well, that's another thing that goes in the book. That is really.
Yeah, it is.
Oh my goodness. Wow.
They call them coffee people.
I'm gonna
Yes.
get, I'm gonna get one of those cloth bags
There's
for
12.
her, 'cause this is really what.
I owe you 50 cents. There you go.
Thank you.
I love that thing.
Yeah, it's, I'm gonna actually put it at work, in the space that we're redecorating, so.
Perfect. We're doing pretty good. We're having, at least we got some people coming in now.
Oh, yeah.
Last week we had a steady stream. There'd be 1 or 2 people, and there'd be even 1 or 2, 3 coming back in again. And today I think we had about 6 at one time. So yeah, I'm happy with it so far. We need to go get that fire stick thing
Yeah.
and bring that up here because it doesn't have everything. You're not throwing those away, I hope. Okay. A box is a box.
Hello.
Hi.
Hey.
She didn't. Oh, that'd be 8. Aren't even the one. Thank you.
Did you make this?
Somebody did. I
Somebody
didn't.
did.
I bought it. I think it might have actually come out of my mother-in-law's house.
You sewed or?
Oh, well, yeah, I do a little bit of everything.
Did
I
you?
sew, I crochet, I do
My
beads.
goodness.
I like doing crafts.
Uh-huh.
I put the thing on the back of her jacket down there.
Did you?
Yeah, I did that. Jeanette, turn around and show her your jacket. It's an owl.
Oh my goodness, that's cute.
Yeah.
Nobody has one like that.
It's from a t-shirt.
Yeah, all right.
The t-shirt, yeah. I love it.
Yeah. I bet a lot of people ask you about it.
I crocheted her a sweater and everybody loved it. So I made me one, made her one, and they're all our granny squares. So of course I have 8 different women in my family, so I made 8 different sweaters.
Wow. This woman, she, patchwork. She did, cut a bunch of squares and made a real long coat.
Oh yeah,
I love it.
yeah.
So cute.
One of a kind.
They're pretty.
Yeah, I like the sewing that.
Yeah, all the sweaters that I made are totally one of a kind, with all different colors. You know.
Yeah,
She
right.
likes kind of pastel-y things and stuff, or muted colors, and I
Right.
like real bright. And other people like turquoise or blues,
Uh-huh.
and I'll do them.
So this way, yeah, they pick what they,
Yeah, so I just tell them, what's your favorite color? And I mix up all the squares, but then I'll trim it in their favorite color. And it turned out really pretty. But it's a lot of work,
I don't have that,
you know?
where I can picture it, you know.
You know?
I'm a copier.
Oh, yeah. My girlfriend is too. My girlfriend and I, we do crafts and stuff. We do rubber stamping. She sews, makes quilts. She cannot do anything without a model or a picture.
Yeah.
And then I'll take something and stuff and just hodgepodge. Should you do that all the time? I don't know how you think.
I don't know how to do it either. It's
I
like,
said, oh, I just think about things. I had a rubber stamp one time. There's a lady that was a farm lady. She turned a basket of eggs or something, and she had her hair all up in a bun. So I wanted it younger looking, so I just drew long hair on it. She said, oh, why do you think of that? She said, that turned out so cute. So instead of an older woman, it was a young girl. picking up eggs.
Uh-huh.
475.
These guys and dumped his trays this year.
975, except for I didn't count that stuff, Mom.
Okay, let's put the magnet.
And
14.
14.
Really pretty boy, you like him. 15 for these two guys. 15.
And these little ones, you get quarterly.
Yeah.
So 15, 50. And then 1, 2.
Saddles, we can see the saddles are $1.
Don't they automatically go to some of the horses?
Well, I would think so, but I don't know. Some of them, let's see. This one. This one's cheap. He'll probably put the pinto. Tell me, you know what I mean? This one might fit this little guy. This guy might fit that big, you know?
this horse leg's sticking out of the bag, trying
Right,
to get
so
away.
what, you're at
15,
15,
50.
and this thing, 16. You'd be 50 cents for this, that'd be 16 total.
Okay. And then the magnets are,
We're at 16.
and then 18 because of those. And I'll let you count them.
18. Yeah, no, yeah.
Hi.
Hi.
Welcome to the big barn sale.
Right.
Here's the name that's in here.
Okay, I put your glass thing in here, the big vase thing.
Okay, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thanks, we really appreciate it.
Oh, no problem. I have a sister that loves horses.
Oh, good. Wow, we've had a steady stream of people. Mom went to pick up lunch. I'm checking the tables for empty spaces like this one right here, and then I can fill it with something else. That's awesome. Awesome, awesome.
Well, I don't bake, so all the cookie cutters, all the baking dishes, all the casserole dishes, they all
I
come
keep a
together.
couple of sheet cake pans in case I have to bake something or I take it to church or it threads a bunch of, with all of us volunteers. Once a month we celebrate birthdays, whoever's birthday it was that month, and we take turns bringing in.
Yeah.
So depending on what I'm bringing in, you know, I've gotten rid of all that stuff.
Oh, I do too.
And Mom accumulated her mom's dishes and
I even
Stuff
got
like
rid
that.
of my great big crock pot. I had one of those 6-foot crock
Mhm.
pots.
I had 3 crock pots.
Well, I have 3, 4 still at home. I have one that's got 2 little crock pots on it, and it's in one piece.
Yeah.
those are
You can
nice.
heat them individually, which is nice if you want to have like nacho cheese.
Yes.
And you know, cook or ground beef or
Mhm.
sausage or something, put on.
Little wieners, yeah.
Or like little wieners and they have a hot
Mhm.
appetizer.
Yeah.
It's handy.
Yeah.
And I've got a small, it's a 1.5 foot crock pot, which is nice for just right now.
Mm-hmm.
And I think I've got another one. If I do, I'm gonna get rid of it.
I had a small, medium, large, and I started thinking about it. I love the small one.
I had a crock
you
pot
said-
from the time when they came out where you couldn't, they were, you
Yeah.
know, you had to,
One piece.
one piece, you
Yeah.
had to be careful when you washed it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
As soon as they came out with one that you had separated, I gave that other one away. Boy, I took
Yes.
it
Yeah.
and dumped it. I
Yes.
forget where I gave it away.
I was thinking, I got 3, and I thought, well, if I keep the small one, I can use it for this. But I thought, well, if I do this, but you know what? I thought, if I keep the big one, I can cook everything in it, you know? So I kept one big one.
Yeah, I had one big one, and so I thought, okay, you don't use that big crock pot at home anyway. So I left them a note and said, I broke this crock, I'm replacing the crock pot.
Mm-hmm.
And I didn't, I mean, you can go to Eureka, etc. shop is a
I
great
love
place
that
to
store.
find-
Yes.
You can find inserts for crock
Mhm.
pots, or if you're missing a lid for a casserole dish or something,
Mhm.
you can find it there.
Yeah.
That's one of my favorite thrift stores.
I had
Yeah.
one of the extra ones too. She said, Mom, what do you want to do with it? I says, somebody can use it, you know,
Yeah.
somewhere. but I don't
We don't know where it is.
I don't know where it is now.
It
I
might
don't know
have
if I've
been
already sold
sold.
it or not, but yeah, I had an
Yeah.
extra.
Yeah.
And then I have these extra bun coffee pot things. People are always breaking those things. It's
Oh,
like,
yeah, that's another thing they have at a cigar
Yes.
shop. If you break your coffee, your carafe, you don't have to go buy a whole new coffee maker. You can go there and find a carafe that'll fit.
right, right. I found one. I had the bun coffee maker, but I stopped using it because I'm only one person now, and I don't make. I got this really little teeny thing from Walmart now. It makes 1 cup of coffee at a time.
I got some,
When I got done, I bet 50% of my kitchen went out the door.
yeah.
And then I told her she's been helping me declutter since October, and I told her, I said, once we go through a room, and I start looking and open the doors and seeing what I'm actually using, it's like, you know what? There's some stuff I still could probably let go of some more stuff. Dishes, I had 2 sets of service for 8.
What you have left, give it to the et cetera shop. Don't bring it to Threads because we've got more stuff right now than we know what to do with.
Oh, you work at the Threads, volunteer there?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's a good idea. We could take some stuff to et cetera.
They got a new place in Washington just opened.
Yeah, it's called Chosen Again.
Yes, we went in there on opening day.
Did you?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. I haven't
Good
been-
prices.
I haven't been in there yet.
Their
Yeah.
prices are
And
good.
all the profits that they make after they pay their bills for their building and insurance and stuff goes to other charities.
That's nice.
Right, that's
I
what
like
they
that.
said.
That's what he was, because Cindy, who started Threads, she knows the guy who started that, and she said, yeah, that's a pretty.
That's
good
what we
price.
thought. Once we get done with it, whatever don't sell, just call them up. Say if you want to come up and get whatever, we'll donate it to you, and you can have it for nothing. And
Yeah, that's right. And it just helps everybody in the long run.
Yeah.
and it helps somebody else out. It helps another group of people out.
5, 10, 15. So,
Is she still shopping?
No, I think I can.
Okay.
If I get anything else, I'll pay for it my own home.
41.75. Okay, we got 8.25 for your change. You can keep the hangers if you want them.
Okay. Sure.
She's got to take a picture of this plate.
So I've got a daughter-in-law who is I have to make deviled eggs for everything.
Oh, for
So we
any
got, like,
occasion.
5 of these things, but we don't have Easter, we don't have Christmas,
Yeah.
we just have holders.
That's so
I just
cute.
think that's beautiful.
She's such a little honored girl, so that's what we do.
That will make your eggs more special. I had to make them for Easter this year, and I've never made them in my life, but she wanted deviled eggs.
Yeah, I said that this here.
We make them for, that's not ours. This is, I don't know.
And my husband helped me, so.
Yeah, they're not hard. They're,
He needs one more hand.
Oh, well, he's got her. She's got 2 hands.
To the boots here.
are the boots yours, Joe?
Yeah, they are.
Oh.
Mhm.
Good enough.
That would be for my
I know.
You guys are our best sale today. Thank you very much. We really appreciate it.
Everywhere she goes.
Thank
Thank you, guys.
Oh, well, that little egg tray so beautiful.
Are you gonna cry about it?
I just took a picture.
Good.
That way I have my memory of it.
Good. So, Mom, how do you think we're doing today at the sale?
I think we're doing good. We had a steady stream of people coming in. We're selling quite a lot. But some of this stuff that I see priced for 50 cents, I'm like, oh my God. I know how much I paid for it, so some of us like, oh, I hate to sell it, but I know it needs to go. And I know it's going to good homes, so it makes me feel good to know somebody else is going to love it, somebody else is going to treasure it. Makes me feel good.
What was an example of one of the items?
That little bunny egg tray,
Yeah.
oh my gosh, whoever painted that or whoever did that was such an artist. That was so beautiful. I just love the little
We
rabbits.
sold that for $3.
Yeah, he sold it for $3. I'm like, oh. So that one kind of like hurt, you know.
Just because you thought it was pretty.
I thought it was beautiful. But yeah, all this stuff, you know, if you just still look around, all this stuff still has to go. I have no room in my house for it. Once it come out
No.
here, once I decided to come out here, Pretty much I decided if it comes out here, it's not gonna come back in, but I have cheated. I have taken a few things back into the house.
How many do you think?
Oh gosh, at least, well, I took at least 6 or 8 boxes of craft stuff back in because
Yeah.
actually that shouldn't have been out here anyway.
Well, it was all brought out here because it was in your living room, but we knew from the beginning you were going to take all the craft stuff back in.
Right. And I'm not saying that I'm not gonna bring it back out, but we're gonna sort that all out and we're gonna divide it up and I'll probably have all craft sales sometime.
Mm-hmm.
Which,
in the fall. Yeah.
you know, just because it's back in my house right now doesn't mean it's going to stay in the house.
Yeah. Fingers crossed. I'll keep my fingers crossed.
Yeah.
Mom was just asking me to look up this dish she has for sale at our garage sale for $15. And I found it on eBay listed for $20. It's called a Goofus glass bowl, a type of pressured glass decorated with unfired enamel paint popular in the early 20th century. It was produced from 1890 to 1920 roughly, characterized by raised patterns and gold painted decorations. You can see it's got some wear on the bottom there where it's chipped off. It's really pretty, the colors. And it's actually a precursor to carnival glass, it says. I thought that was pretty interesting. Early 1900s. Wow. This probably came from your mom, you think, or your grandma?
Maybe grandma's house.
Yeah, it's pretty. Mm-hmm. I hope we sell it.
I don't know. Then now I go in the Asian market, we don't have Filipino food because when you got from China and Philippines, that's all together.
Oh.
And I asked the guy, why you don't have any to stop in there? He said because of the shipments, he said.
Mm-hmm.
It's banned.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that.
Yeah, but the Chinese stuff in the store is not there too. It's not just Philippines. And did you hear that news last week about the car? They're gonna raise the price for $2,000 for if you buy car.
Oh, from imported, yeah.
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 Even here, the
Uh-huh.
like the Ford, GMC, Chevy, they're gonna raise $2,000.
Oh, great. Just what we need.
Yeah. And I said,
My salary's not increasing, but everything else
yes,
is.
that's right.
Mm-hmm. Groceries and everything.
I told my son last night, and I said, I don't know if I can send you guys like I used to, because right now everything is went up.
You send them
Said,
stuff.
Mom, I need a coffee. That coffee from Costco. It used to be you buy those $10. Now it's $16.
Oh, wow.
Where's he at?
Philippines.
Oh,
But when I go grocery in Costco, that's what I
yeah.
buy. Usually I wait until they sell, but if they get sell, it's still expensive because $11.99.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Before when they got sell, it's only $9.99. So buy a lot to send it to the
Is
Philippines.
coffee more expensive in Philippines?
Yeah.
Oh.
Not like coffee here. Just they like it because more caffeine. I don't know.
Stronger.
Then the guy that I used to send boxes, he's a blogger out there helping people, help the older people that didn't have money from the government. And he's asking me if I can send coffee to them. And I said, right now, I don't know when.
Yeah.
Because I got my son, the box is big,
Mm-hmm.
that tall. But everything you can put in there, as long as food,
Yeah.
clothing for the kids,
Mm.
clothes that we don't use no more, we use the help that there the people in there.
Mm-hmm.
And she said, because he called me mom, because he looks like my son. My son is 43 years old. He's only 37 years old.
Mm-hmm.
She said, Mom, when you gonna send a box? And I said, if I can find on sale, I send you box. But right now, I'm tired in money. Everything went up.
Yeah.
My salary is still the same.
Well, eggs are the same way. They raise price of eggs. If you want to order at a restaurant, they charge you 50 cents more an egg because of that chicken flu
Yeah.
and some.
That's why the same thing in the Philippines.
Yeah, something
Chicken
else.
flu.
Chicken flu.
Now they had these eggs from somewhere, I don't know, China. She tried to open the egg yolk. You cannot open it. She said, It looks like every time she poke it, bouncy.
Oh.
I seen that in the factory how they make it, that they make eggs.
Yeah. You put them in vinegar.
And that's how they import that there in the Philippines because they cannot bring that here in this country. Those go to the other country.
Oh, that's interesting.
But you can put a egg in vinegar and some salt and something else, and it looks like Play-Doh or rubber.
Yeah.
What was that stuff that bounced?
Silly putty.
Yeah, it looks like a silly putty.
Yeah.
And it's rubber. It's like rubber.
Well, that's why it's good to shop at garage sales. You get cheap stuff. Find cheaper stuff, right?
You found some pretty ones.
I think so. Mom gets tickled when people buy her crafts. Makes her feel
I
good.
understand.
Oh yeah, they're pretty. I love them. I think they're beautiful.
9 out of 10.
I almost felt like two monies were stick together. That was
No.
just one.
There you go. Thank you. You want a sack?
No, that's okay.
Oh my goodness, it's about 2 o'clock and I'm getting pretty sleepy. We're gonna be here until 4 o'clock. I could really use a nap right about now. I just counted our till and we've made about $300 today. So with last weekend's sale of 300 and this weekend's sale of 300, we're at 600 total. Not too bad. I was just telling Mom that I think this table needs rearranged, so since we don't have any customers right now, that's what I'm going to work on. I think that psychology-wise, when you walk in and something is appealing to the eye, you are more inclined to purchase. And Mom is trading out some of the autumn towels over here for some spring towels. Okay, here's the end product. I took these out of the cardboard boxes and put them in little cute containers. Mom switched out the towels to some pretty spring colors and got this table kind of more organized so you can see everything clearly now. Put the picture frames up there on the wall. Yeah, it's much easier to browse.
Mostly physically, I'm not able to do it. So I went on vacation to see my girlfriend in Alabama, and she calls me. She said, "Mom, I got a surprise for you." And I said, "Oh." I said, "Tell me that somebody didn't drop off more kittens to me." Well, 2 weeks before, somebody dropped off 5 kittens.
Oh.
I'm like, "I don't need no more cats." Anyway, I was gone, and she said, "No, it's not kittens." She says, "I didn't want to tell you until you come home, but," she said, "I cleaned out your front room for you." I said, "Really?" And my front room was a cluttered mess. Just a mess. So I says, "Oh, really?" And I says, "Well, good." I said, "I really needed to get it done, and I just haven't been able to start it." And she was afraid. Her husband says, "Oh, Jeanette," he said, "if she comes home, she's going to have a fit. If she don't want you to do that, she can really get mad at you for that." Didn't know how I was going to react. But I go, "No, I'm grateful for that." And I said, "Thank God you started it, because it doesn't need to be done."
Sometimes we need the help.
Yeah. Oh, I need a lot of help. And
We all
we've
do
been
that.
we've been cleaning on this house and decluttering my house since October. And we do one room at a time, and we bring all this stuff out. I'm sitting here the other day, and I says, "Can you imagine I had all this in the house, all of it?" I'm like, I had no idea where I put it all.
My second husband, my second husband passed, and then I had to go through my house and everything, and then I moved from a big tent over here.
Yeah.
To take care of a lady, and then help her husband, so he could get some things done around the house.
Mm-hmm.
Well, she passed, and then he grieved so hard, and we had become very good friends. And one day he said, "Will you marry me?" And I said, "What?"
Oh,
He said, "Would you marry me?" He said, "I love you."
that's
And I
nice.
said, "You're still grieving, Shirley." I said, "You got to take at least a year, to allow yourself to grieve."
Oh, yeah.
So he did a year.
Mm-hmm.
And then, but he's been gone for about 2.5 years now. And I'm still decluttering
Oh, yeah.
things that he had accumulated. And he had 3 sets of tools. One for the garage, one for the shed, and one for the house.
Yeah.
And we're still
Oh, yeah.
going through
I haven't even started on my garage yet.
Well, it's been a long day and Mom's counting up our earnings from our second big barn sale.
One, two, three, 4, 5, that's 100, 20, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 6, 8, 50, that's, this is 150. Would I say 330?
I think so. Yeah, 330.
So then
Okay, it's the end of the second big barn sale, and my mom counted the earnings, and we made $330. It seems like we were there for about, I don't know, 20 hours, but $330 isn't bad when a lot of stuff is priced at 25 cents and 50 cents. So we're pretty happy with it, and we won't have one next weekend because I will be in Ireland. Hooray! And then we'll probably have another one the weekend after I get back if I'm not too exhausted and jet lagged. But until then, thank you so much for watching, and I really appreciate the comments and the likes and the subscribing. I'm so close to 1,000. I'm hoping that I'll hit 1,000 later this week. Thanks again for watching JB's Explore and More.